In Appalachia, we've got communities that haven't had a good investment in a really long time in their facilities and their housing. We have communities that don't have access to clean drinking water or sewer.
The housing stock is pretty dilapidated and very little insulation. A lot of people around here who make, 10 bucks an hour or 12 bucks an hour don't really look at themselves as low income.
We have a lack of hope or belief that anything could ever be different.
I've lived here all my life, 52 years of it. The economy is getting pretty bad. It is. My husband, his job's good right now, but the coal company like it is, it's getting worse. It's a struggle. It's really a struggle.
The one way that you bring services and the necessary infrastructure it takes to create a real community is with community development corporations. We're a financial services nonprofit that serves all of Appalachia by partnering with community development corporations. Really, everything imaginable, I think, is being done by CDCs across the region. Adult daycare, supportive services to the elderly, building houses, shelters, water projects, sewer projects, downtown revitalization. Take childcare, for instance, right here in Hazard. We've helped develop a couple of childcare centers with the local CDC here. Folks are actually using a great amount of their income for utilities, housing, and then childcare is almost impossible at that point.
Good morning, guys. Hi, Joe. How's everybody this morning?
I'm a working granny. I dropped my little 6-year-old granddaughter off here at the daycare. It's just $5 a day for her. It helps me while I work. I probably couldn't work where I keep her all the time.
A different kind of problem a lot of our communities face is access to affordable health care. And in a lot of places there is no local medical facility.
They're just falling out. They're just like cracking out.
It means a lot of times people go untreated.
When this building was redone, used to be a beauty shop and a pool place in the bottom. And through Fahe, through the USDA, we got the loan and was able to renovate this whole building. We got a grant to open up our own rural health clinic. We started out with 90% uninsured patients that had no way to get health coverage. Everybody was turning them away. They had nowhere to go. This shows them that they matter just as much as anybody else.
It just hurts, where I have to bite down because, I can't hardly eat nothing.
Dental has been a big component. A couple of years ago, we did one in Virginia. There was no dentist in the county. An awful lot of the problems that we see are a lot about how you bring services to where people are rather than making people go to where the services are.
It is a big deal. It's a huge deal because we're all one paycheck away from needing the services we provide.
I've seen a lot of money thrown at a lot of problems over a quarter of a century now in Appalachia. And one of the things that's really true about all community development, but more true here, is that you've got to work with local leaders.
We are hoping to start Sydney Morgan's house very soon.
So we don't have to ask for a waiver.
Correct.
No intermediary, no state office, no federal government program is enough by itself. If you don't have that leader, then the resources themselves just kind of fall flat.
We are a nonprofit housing provider, and that means we try to help folks with their housing issues. We serve 4 counties, and they're kind of in the heart of the coal fields of eastern Kentucky. One of the things that I think we're really good at is figuring out all the possible sources of money and kind of putting those together. So somebody comes in and we get basically their situation, what their income is, how much they can afford, if anything, what repairs they need, and then we try to plug them into a program that works. And we also build houses for folks who can't afford to go through a traditional mortgage. Also, it's really a big economic benefit to the whole community. When you build or repair housing, you're employing people, you're buying materials locally, you're hiring subcontractors, and all that really kind of fits together to help solve the problem.
I think there's a lot of images that people think about when they hear about a region like Appalachia and the coal mining industry, and timber has been another one. And it's the manner in which this has gotten done. Very little value has been added to the natural resource before it leaves our region. So it's extracted and taken out with a minimal amount of investment that it takes to make that happen. What it really gets down to is the lack of private investment that would normally happen in a community does not happen here.
All the CDCs have long waiting lists. The program's already there. We just need a little more money so we can do more.
What we need is more gas in the car. I mean, like, capital is the fuel. That's really the role that we are trying to play here, is making investment happen again in Appalachia.
My hopes for the region is that people who want to live here in a small community and this beautiful place and raise a family here can have the kind of economic opportunities that they have elsewhere in America.